Oh, man.
Woo!
Man, here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
Still got the itis, man.
Welcome to the gray space.
Right, welcome to the gray space. And as always, this is the gray space. Out. You know what I'm saying?
That's what it feels like, man. It feels
Man.
crazy in here, man.
I feel like
Just
I'm in
a
the
weird...
Twilight Turkey zone, bro.
Yeah,
like,
man. I know we talked about it a little bit, and, you know, we were off for Thanksgiving, and we go back to work the next day, and now we're shooting this, and it's just, you know.
It's been like a weird last
It's been
couple
cool.
of days, bro.
It's been,
It's just been like, all right, you know what I'm saying?
you know,
Yeah.
Thanksgiving was
Thanksgiving
awesome.
was awesome. Thanksgiving was
man.
great, man.
I hope everybody out there had a good Thanksgiving.
For
Stay
sure.
safe out there, you know, all the good stuff.
For sure, man.
And
Like,
enjoy the people you were around.
yeah, we had a good Thanksgiving. It wasn't too crazy, and food was excellent, man. Wifey did her thing.
Yeah. She did her thing.
She did her
dude.
thing, bro.
For her first one.
Yeah, like
I
doing
mean, I know she's
everything.
helped
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
past,
yeah.
But like being in,
Yeah,
in,
nah,
in the
she's-
house, in her own.
Nah, she was like,
kitchen
get out
and-
the kitchen. I got this. Mom's brought over the green bean casserole. That was, you know, set everything off, man. Everything was good, man.
Dude,
everything was good,
everything
man.
was excellent.
Drinks were flowing pretty good. Yeah, we had a good time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I, really can't complain. We had a really good one.
Yeah, I hate so much, dude. I had a hard time sleeping out in the bed. I'm just like,
You ate a lot, bro. I told you don't get
dude,
that
too
last one. I was
much.
like, that's how many is that for you, dog? I was like, God damn.
I can't help myself, dude. You know,
I know you do. Hey, bro, but
when it's good, it's so good. Like,
Hey,
you
you be
just
like-
don't want to stop.
you like me when I really get to pouring them joints. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
It's
right.
that last one. You be like, you good. And you pour that last one, you wake up the next day like, oh man, why did I do that last one, bro? That's how you was with that plate. Like you was too deep. And I was like, oh, that's your second one? You was like, no, this is my third. I'm like, nah, don't do it. Remember, I think I was like, don't do it.
Yeah, I
Please
think you
don't
did
do
say
it.
something like that. I was like, I can't.
No, he's
help
like,
myself,
nah. He's like,
though,
no,
you
I'm
know?
good. I'm good. Boy, I'm going home, bro.
You know what's funny though is like when I ate it, I was okay, and then it was
It's
actually
that
on
settling.
my car ride home.
Mm-hmm.
I was uncomfortable on my car. You know, like I was doing one of those like shimmies in my car. You know, where I'm like, oh, like, man, like I couldn't get comfortable, like trying to, like, you know, scooting back. I'm doing all kinds of weird stuff in my
Right,
car.
right.
You know, trying to get comfortable, and just led into that night. And I was just like, oh man, had to wake up early. I know
Yeah.
you did too. You know, get to work for. Man, a long day at work and I think that day at work, you know, kind of just threw us off, and you know, because I think we had that next day to kind of recoup and kind of just chill, you know, and we would have probably been good, but we've been kind of sluggish. We were
Even
like,
today,
should
man.
we do a podcast, man? I'm not sure.
Man,
we
today,
be
yeah,
able to
today
do
was
a
definitely
podcast,
like,
bro.
yo, should we? Today was definitely a day. It was
Yeah,
like
it was one of those ones, man.
well, you know, we here, so
Right. You
let's
know,
plug it in and see what happens.
sometimes some of the best stuff comes out of these weird days.
Yeah,
you know what
man.
I'm saying?
For sure.
Shoot, man.
So what you got? Anything?
Nah, man, I'm good. Let's go. I'm out.
I'm
man.
out, bro. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Now you know what was kind of cool, like so like the post Turkey Day shit. You know, I saw this thing of people like messing up the turkeys.
Okay.
And so I have a question for you.
All right.
Just super random.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever had, and well, not just the turkeys, right? So it's like people messing up, like, so you know, black people staple the mac and cheese casserole.
Oh yeah.
You don't fuck up the mac and don't put no extra shit in that mac and cheese casserole, right?
Right.
The turkey, the ham, whatever, right? There's just multiple things coming out of people fucking shit up.
Right.
For Thanksgiving. Have you ever had an instance where you've been somewhere and maybe it's a new place or maybe whatever the case may be, and somebody fucked up one of the things you were looking forward to on the meal.
Yes.
Have you?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, just this past Thanksgiving.
Did you?
No, I'm playing, dude. I would have had 3 plays and so it was
right?
up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, of course, man. You know, one of my favorite things on Thanksgiving, dude, is stuffing.
Okay.
I just, it's kind of like the mac and cheese thing. Don't mess with the mac and cheese.
Yeah, you can't mess up the dressing, bro.
Right? Mm-hmm. But stuffing, on the other hand, is one of my favorite. I really only have it once a year.
Right.
Stuffing, I mean, you could buy like the stovetop.
Maybe,
whatever.
Right. Maybe twice. Maybe if you do it for Christmas as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Just depending. Sure.
Right.
But yeah, not to name anybody or anything, but yeah, dude, I've been somewhere, dude, where I'm like.
So what was it?
I was like.
Was it like
bland.
not? Oh, just it wasn't flavored.
Like it was just like even mixing it, because obviously, right? You have a plate, right, full of food. Then you have the turkey, the stuffing, the mashed potatoes, the mac and cheese, the green bean casserole. Like everything. Just and then all you're getting is a bread that's like soaked in water.
Right,
so
right.
It's very bland.
Just that wet bread.
It's like a wet noodle. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, you're just gonna have a noodle,
wet ass
just
fucking
one noodle, like just a little noodle. I don't know, dude.
That's nasty,
it had
bro. Like soggy bread.
Just had no flavor, had no, nothing to it. I mean, I guess people tend to put gravy on it and stuff like that too, but which is fine. Mm-hmm. But it's almost like, well, you got to keep adding stuff.
Well, because so this is what I was going to ask you. So, because there's 2 ways of making it. You know what I'm saying? Some people put in the stuffing, i.e. the make it actually stuff the turkey with the dressing.
You're right.
And then some people make it like as a casserole. You know what I'm saying?
And I prefer it as the casserole.
prefer it as the casserole. So maybe what happens is I think sometimes people be like, "Oh, we're gonna put it in here. It's gonna soak up all the flavors." Like, no, I just soaked up all that liquid.
Right. It's
and
just,
it wasn't. You got to season it.
Right. You have to season it.
You got to put the herbs in there.
In stuffing, there's like
you got to slap the gizzards up in that boy. You know what I'm saying?
You could put onion and celery, and when you just have breadcrumb.
Yeah, man.
It's just what am I eating breadcrumb for?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's
not even seasoned. It's just breadcrumb.
It's breadcrumb.
Yeah.
Like it's like eating nothing really. So that would be probably my. What about you, man?
I don't.
You think of anything like been somewhere?
Not off the top of my head, man.
No,
not off the top of my head. Because I mean, it's pretty much been either.
You got some good cooks around you, though.
Yeah, like I said, it's either been like my mom.
Oh, by the way, that has nothing to do with my mom. Mom, you're fantastic. I just want to make that clear because I know my mom watches this.
Oh, gotcha.
It has nothing to do with my mom.
Gotcha.
So I was out somewhere that happened. So.
But yeah, it's either been like my mom or like my wife or my grandmother.
Right.
Or my wife's grandmother or my mother-in-law. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's always been people I know can cook. It's never been.
By the way, I am so excited because I know your wife during Christmas time or close to Christmas does tamale night.
Mm-hmm.
I better get like 2 dozens of those.
Oh shit! You already know. You already know. You already know.
Oh my god, dude, that stuff is. Oh
yeah,
man.
You already know. Yeah.
I was like, I got it. Well, that's the first time I had it was last year because you guys were in town.
Right.
So I was like, I remember you saying, hey, like back when you were in Cali, oh, tamales, you gotta ship that stuff over to me, man. I love me some good tamales, dude.
Yeah. So what's like the 2 things I look forward, like food wise, for Christmas, is since we're past the Thanksgiving holiday,
right?
Is I look forward to the tamales. You know what I'm saying? And then I look forward to my mom makes Christmas candy. And it's been a tradition for years in my family. And so she makes these different candies, man. Cashew. It used to be peanut brittle. Okay. And then she changed it to cashew brittle like a couple years ago.
Okay.
And the funny thing was I hated the peanut brittle. It was my least favorite thing. So my mom, she made, for years, it was peanut brittle, fudge, toffee, these like powdered cookies. I think that's it. There might be a couple more, but those were the staples.
Right.
And out of all of those, peanut brittle was always like my least favorite. It was like toffee fudge, that was it, and then the powdered cookies. And
boy, those
couple years ago, I know, yeah.
Oh my god!
I know what's funny is that's actually probably the least favorite thing on my list.
Is those powdered cookies?
Just because of the mess, you know what I'm saying? But the flavor, I know.
But yeah, I get it.
I know.
I get
but,
it. Anything powdered like sugar.
Yeah, it's a mess.
Like powdered donut, whatever. Yeah.
Right. So, so she changed it to cashew brittle a few years ago, and I was like, "Yo." It changed the game. So that's now actually my favorite thing on the list. So it goes, I have it, cashew brittle, toffee, fudge.
She made that last year? Mm-hmm. Bro, I don't remember that, dude.
Oh, you do. It got smashed, bro.
Yeah, I'm not sure I had any though.
Oh, maybe.
That's what I'm saying.
It might have been, it got smashed. Like,
I remember she had like tubs of those cookies. And then she had, I think of the fudge and
a lot of fudge.
Yeah, but man, I don't remember the cashew brittle, dude. Like, you might have to save me some, dude, because I'll be out of town.
Oh, she says she's gonna make some extra.
A little container or something.
She says she's gonna make the extra because after she changed it to that was like everybody's like number one, number two.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, those are probably like the two things I look forward to, bro. Like tamales, that candy, bro. Like, and I'm not a big like candy eater. But that homemade is just something different. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, man, dude. It just anything homemade, though, pretty much. I mean, you're a good cook, man. Homemade's better than anything else anyways.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
It's awesome to go out to eat and stuff, but man, when there's specifically something your family makes.
Yeah, especially if it's like a tradition.
And it could be a couple things, mixed in there, but it's like, oh, I can't wait to have this from this person who's making it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You get so accustomed to the way that tastes. And then it's funny too, like those tamales, you compare them to other tamales.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, nah, it's garbage.
Right.
No, that's garbage.
Yeah.
And they might not really be necessarily. Sometimes they are. Mm-hmm. Right. But you're like, mentally you just compare that.
But yeah, if you're used to having them a certain way, and then especially in Latin culture in particular, they're made different culturally. You know what I'm saying? So
by the way,
depending on where you're from in Mexico,
right?
Depending on what country you're from, they're made different. You know what I'm saying? Some countries they tend to make them more sweet with raisins and cinnamon. Some tend to make them, some cultures tend to make them more spicy with chile, and you know what I'm saying? So you can have a plethora of tamales, you know what I'm saying? You got some make them with, just all type of different stuff, bro, like breakfast ones, lunch ones, dinner ones, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Speaking of that, I don't know who made it, but you guys gave me a canister of some green chili. Like green chili salsa.
Oh yeah, that was the wife, bro. Mm-hmm.
Oh okay, is that coming too?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's the green chili.
I think you and me are on the same page when it comes to like green salsa.
Yeah, for sure.
Green salsa is just
number one.
So good.
Yeah.
Now I love salsa in general.
Right.
Like, but green is just it's up there, man.
It's different.
Like, it's on the top
for sure. Because they'll be making the green chili ones.
Okay.
The green chili like chicken.
Right.
So there'll probably be a shit ton of salsa. You know what I'm saying? So
all right, cool.
I'll make some extra.
Right. We might have to eat some on the podcast, dude.
Oh, for sure, bro. Might not even be a podcast.
Do a little review.
There ain't gonna be no review.
It's just gonna be us eating.
Hey, but the only thing with tamales, bro, is that fucking I can't even think of that. What is it, masa?
Masa, yeah.
Man, that shit you be clogged up, boy. You be out here. You talking about?
I do have to say, so this is my thing. Since we're on the road of tamales here, that's my thing with tamales. Is I I cannot stand tamales that are just mostly masa, dude, and they have like this thin layer of whatever's
in the middle. That shit's annoying, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it's like, and then it's this big. It's about, let's say an inch and a half thick, and an inch and a quarter is all masa, dude.
Yeah.
And you get this thin layer in the middle of it of whatever. And
whatever
like,
it is.
Even taste, all it tastes is masa, dude.
Yeah. It's like having like a jelly donut, bro.
Right.
And you can bite it. They're like, where the hell is the jelly?
Right.
Like it's motherfucker just a little. It's just that little piece on the end that's sticking out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. Yeah, man.
That's that little dangler right there.
Oh,
you know
man,
what I
can't stand that, dude.
Oh shit.
It's just not good, dude.
That's real talk, though.
But that's like probably my worst thing about that is.
It depends on who makes them, man.
That's my number one thing is the masa, and then obviously after that, like what you film with. Sometimes it also can be kind of bland too, depending on.
It's all about you gotta make that stuff. Whatever you're making, you gotta make it early, man, and like let it. You know what I'm saying? Like marinate that shit, bro, and then let that shit like slow cook and just, you know what I mean?
Because tamale's best, dude, when you could just eat it without any salsa on it.
Well, and then you gotta because it's like almost twice cooked.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So when you cook the stuff and then you put it inside the tamale, you're just really trying to cook at that point the masa.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To make it right. So, I'm not that I'm a fucking expert, but I know a little bit.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Seen done.
Yeah. So, but if you don't cook the meat right or whatever the first time, then you're gonna lose all that flavor on the second go around. You know what I'm saying? So, man, got me looking forward to some things.
I know, right?
Speaking of like Christmas and holidays and all that shit, Black Friday just passed. Did you do any Black Friday shopping?
I never do. Never have.
Really?
I have never bought anything on Black Friday, dude. That I can.
Do you do Cyber Monday?
I don't do.
Because I have a question, but go ahead.
I really don't. I've never really. If I've done Cyber Monday, maybe.
Okay.
But I can't like. Oh my gosh! It's Cyber Monday. Let me see what I can get.
Yeah.
I never. I don't know, man.
I didn't even know Cyber Monday was a thing until like 8 years ago.
Well, I mean, but that's when it actually kind of
was it? Okay.
That's when it like kicked off.
Because at the time I was working for Amazon,
and that's the thing is,
and they were like, "Yo, Cyber Monday," and I was like, "What the fuck is a Cyber Monday?"
Right.
And when you're working there, you find out like real quick, like, "Oh, this is Cyber Monday." You know what I'm saying? But what's crazy is my observation this year, and you kind of been seeing it go that way for the last like 2 to 3 years, is it's all sort of blended, right? So at this point, it's not even Black Friday anymore. Right. Because what I saw this year was the deal started like a week and a half before.
It started at
I was in Target and I was like, they got a TV for how much?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, don't do it. Please don't do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking at my checking in my savings like, what bills we got coming up? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you saw that, and then you saw a lot of people doing online deals, only online. Mm-hmm. People doing in-store deals, only in store. But it's like it's just getting earlier.
Yeah.
And earlier and earlier. And it's like, so is it Black Friday anymore? Can we just call it the holiday sale? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Because it just seems like the holidays are blending so much earlier now,
especially
bro.
This year too. I mean, this year in particular, I think they really tried to start the deals earlier,
capitalize on those sales. Yeah,
and a lot of stuff has been online anyways.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. There's not a lot of people out. I mean, I know there's people out shopping, but I mean, that's really kind of dwindled. Right, so now you're getting all the Cyber Mondays is now cyber everything.
Right,
everything is
true.
Cyber everything.
Very true.
Go get it on Amazon, Walmart, Target, like everything.com.
Yeah.
Go get it there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, dude, I hardly ever really. I'm a terrible shopper when it comes to Christmas gifts, anyways. It just
you're like the last minute.
Not necessarily like Christmas Eve, but I'll just kind of be like, oh yeah, I'll just wait. And my big thing is this. I cannot stand holiday shoppers. People. It's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Like, they're rude. If I can find a window where, let's say on Monday, because I'm usually off on Mondays or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll go on a Monday, dude, and I'll pay a little bit extra if I know what I'm getting,
right?
Just to avoid just
the
people.
Crazy, yeah.
And you know, I don't have a problem with crowds necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of the attitude of people.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
This is mine because I was here.
Mm-hmm.
Don't mess with me. This is my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I can't deal with people like that, dude. It just, I'm good.
Yeah, it gets crazy.
You get the Karens. You get the, you know.
Oh, you get all of them.
But you get everybody down that spectrum of just rudeness.
Well, you get a lot of tunnel vision. I mean, who knows what's going to happen this year, obviously, but you get a lot of tunnel vision shopping, where people are just, like you said, they're just so focused on this is where I'm going. They don't even see you. You know what I'm saying? And that shit just, that shit brings out the worst in people.
It does,
that's why years ago, basically all the adults in the family were like, we're not getting each other anything.
Right.
It's for the kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I see something crazy and I'm like, oh, that's dope, you know?
Right.
But yeah, because it gets too much. It gets too much, bro.
It does. Yeah, you know? Yeah, I mean, my family and I, you know, we're all older, and we used to hit it kind of hard a couple of years ago. Try to get each other's, you know, something special and stuff like that.
It gets hard, though.
We've really dialed that back. And
the older you get, the harder it gets.
That, and, you know, with the older you get too, typically you have the money to spend on yourself what you want to get anyways, right?
Exactly.
So you know the color of the shirt you want, or the whatever, the brand of whatever electronic or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It could be something specific that you really want, that's only one thing.
That's what's so funny about Black Friday shopping too, is that it's not, you never really go to get other people gifts.
It's to get
yourself a gift. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to get this set. Like, I got this 50-inch, but I want this 70. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to get that. I'm going to get, you know, PS5. I'm going to get whatever. You know what I mean? That's because that's where you get the deals. You know, I'm going to get a new fridge. I'm going to get a whatever, you know, whatever it is. It's like I'm buying for myself anyways.
I always buy myself something, dude, for my birthday because they're so close together. Birthday and Christmas.
Right.
I always tend to buy myself something.
Right.
You know, like I've already done my shopping for myself.
Gotcha.
For Christmas.
Gotcha. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
And I got...
That's so funny, though.
Yeah.
It's turned into...
Yeah, I get myself something, you know. But obviously I don't have kids either. They'd probably come first over me anyways, you know, of like, oh, okay, I'm going to get this for my kids or whatever. But,
shit.
Speaking of
shit, it's all combined. Let's put it like that. It's all combined. You know what I'm saying? As you get the TV, what happens? You get the TV. You're like, well, I guess I might as well get my kids gifts. You know what I'm saying? I'm already here. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm just keeping it real. I'm keeping it real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of parents ain't gonna say that, but I'm telling the truth. You've been spending on your kids all year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit. Shit. You know what I'm
saying? There's something, you know, that, you know, maybe there's people out there that don't know this about me, you know. But I grew up Jehovah's Witness, so I never had a Christmas.
Right.
Until and my mom could probably correct me on this one, man. I think 13 I was about when we first did like some sort of gift exchange on a Christmas. You know, it was weird, you know, that first Christmas.
Right.
When you're 13.
Right.
You're like, oh my God, we're doing this?
Right.
This is real?
Are we in here?
You know, and man, so I never really grew up having that kind of Christmas, you know. And it's funny because I have to be careful who I tell because people love to make fun of me.
For what?
And it's okay. I'm not like...
For the not celebrating the holiday shit?
Well, it's like, oh, hey, remember when you got that Nintendo for Christmas when you were a kid? And I was like, you son of a bitch. No, I never celebrated Christmas like that when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People that know that.
Yeah.
Give a little jab, you know what I'm saying? It's funny, dude.
Yeah, remember back in 92 when they came? I never got one. Like,
Right.
oh shit. I knew that. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, so I mean, Christmas is weird for me in the sense of it's not weird, but when you grew up a certain way for so long, right? It definitely doesn't have the same meaning as like for you, for instance, when you were,
sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So you grew up with it. I never did. I
so
grew
when
up, I grew up with
now
it
that
saying
I
it
have
was evil,
kids,
bad,
I'm in
good,
it. Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I have a different relationship with holidays.
Yeah, that's a whole nother. You know what I'm saying? I do too. The older I get, the more information you receive. You're like, I don't know who's really be celebrating this holiday, but you know what I'm saying. But you know,
Right,
you try to. I don't know. You try to figure it out as you go. But yeah, man. No, I feel you. That I can't. I mean, I can't relate because
we can't relate either way.
Right.
Like, I can't relate to you as when you were a kid.
But I understand what you're saying though. I
Right.
understand how that would be different. Like
Right.
if you're like 13, 14, it's your first time exchanging gifts. You know what I'm saying? You're like, did I get the right thing? Like, you know what I'm saying?
And you know that was tough, man. You know what the toughest part of that was actually you could forget like the big holiday stuff, right? You know, the Christmases and every other holiday. But your birthday, that was the toughest when I was growing up, dude.
Really?
And that still kind of, man, there's still a little bit of something in me, and it's and more so, it was about other kids' birthdays.
Got you.
More than it was about my birthday.
So
now, my birthday's part of that pie.
Of course.
But it was, oh, hey, my friend so-and-so's having a birthday, at 11:10. Oh, you can't go. It's a birthday. You can't celebrate that. The way I grew up.
Oh, shit.
So I never went to birthday parties. Mama might have snuck to one or two. Dad, I don't know. But I might have snuck to one or two, growing, as I got a little bit older. But when I was younger, man, it was so sad not to be able to go to a friend's
That's crazy
party, because we were not allowed to celebrate birthdays.
Wow.
So that has more, I think, had a little more of a lasting effect on me than like a Christmas did.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Because Christmas,
that's like part of like regular childhood, typical childhood stuff here you know what I mean. So, yeah, that would be difficult.
It's weird because even Christmas, I understand why it wouldn't be celebrated by you people that say it's not Christ's birthday.
Got
right?
you.
Like,
right.
And I mentally can understand that.
Right.
Even as a kid growing up.
Right.
Like, okay, that's not the religious aspect of that.
Exactly.
I totally get it. I still don't understand the birthday thing, dude. Still don't understand why I was, and so yeah, man.
I mean, I can't speak on it.
It was,
but I know that would have to be tough because you just feel like you're missing out. It's like seeing all the kids play outside at the park, and you're just sitting there in your room and at the window,
and you're like, I want to go out and play.
Right, and you just can't. It doesn't make sense why you can't go outside. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude.
Like all I did was I just didn't put a fork away in the dishwasher. You know what I'm saying? Like it just doesn't make any sense.
Right.
So yeah, that has to be tough.
Yeah, dude.
I was always in trouble. That's why I was never allowed to go to. I was always grounded. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, you can't go nowhere. Dude.
Yeah, I wasn't going nowhere. And then as soon as I could go somewhere, you ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? Badass little kid, man. Dude.
But yeah,
that's funny.
So yeah, my relationship with holidays is
a little different.
It's a little different than mass majority of people in general, anyways.
Gotcha.
So
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm still trying to get over it. Go through therapy, man. Trying to get through it, man.
Shit, yeah.
Jeez, man.
All right. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's dope.
But yeah, dude. I'm gonna shift gears just a little bit here.
For sure.
I told you something. I think it was on Thanksgiving, actually. Mm-hmm. And without we were talking about risk. Mm-hmm. And it's that saying of
no risk it, no biscuit.
I mean, kind of, right? I mean, definitely part of it.
With great risk comes great reward.
With great risk comes great rewards, right? And I was thinking about this, and I was thinking, I feel like my life's at this crossroad of risk taking, right? And I don't mean jumping off of an airplane and pulling a parachute. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about life professionalism, work, So it's almost like this. I'm going to try to paint this picture as best as I can, if I can put it into words. It's like say you're going on a hike, right? Mm-hmm. And you see the mountaintop and you start going and you're climbing and you get to, as you get up and you climbing this hill, you see the hill, and then all of a sudden a valley opens up and you're sitting on top of the hill, and then you see the peak. But back before, you were like, oh, I thought that mountaintop was a lot closer. Mm-hmm. Right? You get where I'm going? Mm-hmm. Okay. So as you're climbing, you're at a point where you're at a good spot. You're on the hill. Mm-hmm. You're on top. Mm-hmm. But to take that risk, you had to go back down, go through the valley, and get up that mountain again. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's the risk. Does that make sense? I got to go back. I got to keep going. So right. I got to climb back down this hill, go through the valley, and then go up the mountain.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
From the picture I tried to show you looking back from far away, it looks like it's all connected. But then you realize when you get on top of the hill, oh, I'm sitting kind of pretty.
Right.
But, oh, crap. I got to cross a valley.
The mountain's actually right there. Right.
That's over there.
Gotcha.
And I feel like
you're in the valley right now.
I feel like I'm still on that hilltop, and I have to make a decision to climb back down and go through that valley.
Okay.
To get to the real mountaintop of things. And I'm talking about this podcast, with what we do. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. With work in general, mm-hmm. And I'm like, man, what? And I'm not asking you for, like, to tell me what to do, but I guess the question would be, have you ever, or are you in a similar spot? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or have you been in a similar spot?
I think, yeah, it is somewhat similar. I don't necessarily have, how can I say this? I have a destination, mm-hmm. But I think mine is more like a trail, and it's a continuous trail.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? In the sense that I think I understand that it's going to be peaks and valleys. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I'm okay going through the peaks, mm-hmm. and I'm okay going through the valleys. Mm-hmm. But I would see it more as like I done already got over the hill,
right?
And every hill gets a little bit steeper. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, but every time I'm looking at that valley, I'm like, God damn.
Right.
And so, but I think I have a destination, mm-hmm. mentally. I think it's more of these understanding of I have to get through these addresses before I get to my final address, right? And with every street I cross, I learn something, but it gets harder.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I learned something, but it gets harder.
Yeah.
The street gets longer. There's more turns. There's more traffic sometimes.
Right.
There's more dangers sometimes, and so
like playing Frogger. It gets faster and faster.
Yeah. And then it's like
difficult.
And then, so I understand what you're saying, and there's always a sense of like, it's like having the backpack on, and when you first start your trip, you have all this stuff.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, I need this. And then the longer you go, shit starts to weigh on your back. And so maybe sometimes you're like, oh, I got to shed this in order to make the journey. Like, what's actually important?
Right.
How can I make this journey with it? I can't. You've already realized that. So what do I need to shed? And that, I think, for me personally, is the thing that is always incredibly hard to figure out. And I think a lot of people, you know, you watch these motivational videos and yada, yada, yada. And everybody's path is different. I think that's what a lot of people have to understand. Right. It's so easy for somebody to sit there and say, you just got to let everything go. Quit this and quit that and just go for it. Like, yeah, not everybody's path is the same way. Right. Like, sometimes you got to go through the mud with your backpack on. You know what I'm saying? To get to the point and shed as you go. Right. You know, and then there will be a point where you will have to make a decision. And I'm, especially when it comes to like, if you're working and you're trying to do something else. Right. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's not so cut and dry. And I think that's the thing that you always have to realize is nobody knows what the path is. Right. You can have 3 other people in front of you that are successful. And every single one of them will tell you something different. Now, they might all be similar stories, but every single one of them has a different way that they got there. Right. You know what I mean? And you just I think for me, it's just figuring out what is my path? What is right. You know what I mean?
So I guess,
do I stay on the same road? Do I try a shortcut?
Right.
Whatever.
So what I mean by is I'm standing on top of this hill, right? And I really do feel like this. I feel like I'm in a good spot. But I'm not in the best spot that I could be, right? And again, it goes to your journey of whatever path is your path to take your path. What is that, right? Right. But my thing is I feel like I need to take some sort of risk that I have been putting off taking a risk on.
Okay, do you know what that risk is?
I mean,
I don't need you to say it, but do you have an idea, or do you have a couple of things that you're looking at?
I kind of do have an idea of what I need to do. But it's that I don't know if I can or not.
Because of multitude of things
up here mentally.
Gotcha.
Mentally, like it's the what if game or something. Like, okay, so if I take the risk and do this, what if this happens? Okay, so what? And I know, and I know that I can get through anything. Right. I've been tested just like we all have in our own ways, just like you said, our own paths. And what do we have to do? Peaks and valleys. I got it. But I'm sitting on top of this mountaintop, or not the mountaintop, but this hill, looking at the mountaintop going, well, I got to cross this valley, but I got to take a risk to get to that mountaintop. Do I take it or sit kind of, well, and I think people sit at that hilltop and go, man, it's a pretty view up here. I think I might just chill right here for a while. You know what I'm saying? And I'm getting kind of anxious or ready to move off this hill.
So you have to.
Right, of course. I already know I have to, but I mean, how big of a risk do I take to
But that's what I keep trying to tell you. Like, it doesn't have to be this bombshell.
Well, I'm not. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be this like super big leap. It's like you can start to descend down the hill.
Right.
And then like chill. Or reassess. Or, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you could take a few, like go down a little bit and like, let's see what we got. Go down a little bit. Let's see what we got. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, once you get to the valley, you've made that commitment, right?
Right.
But you can still, again, shed off a little bit, change your course. Maybe this way is a better way of action.
Right.
Maybe going straight is a better way of action. Like, I just think, I really think it's up to you.
Yeah, I know it is.
And
But it's this weird mental game with me of comfortability and
and you gotta get out of being comfortable for sure.
Man, I know we've had discussions on the podcast here before about, being comfortable.
Yeah, for sure.
And making yourself uncomfortable at times.
You have to.
And to keep progressing. But damn, it's nice to be comfortable though. Your brain, whatever, your heart, whatever you want to call it, fights you on it and goes,
"No, you're good.
I'm good." And so you sit and you wait, and then it kind of kicks in again. And he goes, "Man, I need to make a move, do something." Nah, I'm good, comfortable. It's one of those things. That's why I say it's more of a mental challenge of getting over something.
My daughter plays softball. And I'll equate it to this because sports is always the easiest way for me to equate things. I always tell her there's a difference between a line drive hitter that hits home runs and a home run hitter. Okay? A line drive hitter that hits home runs is just looking for a great hit. They're looking to move, whether it's move themselves or move the runners or both. But the swing never changes, right? It's always a calculated swing. Now, the difference is, do I attack it here? Do I attack it here? Do I attack it right down the middle? But wherever I attack it, right, however I move my body, wherever the bat hits, the bat is going to hit the ball damn near the same spot, right? If I'm a home run hitter, I'm going to strike out like crazy. But when I hit, when I connect, that shit's gone. So I think for you got to figure out, do you want to hit the home run? Or do you want to have, a 367 batting average, of over 400 batting average, and you've got doubles and singles and triples, and your home run average is pretty damn good. You know what I'm saying? Like when you connect, it's like, that's a big stride. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a grand slam. It's a 3-run home run, 2-run home. You know what I mean? So I think, like for me, I like to hit line drives, and then if that motherfucker come down the middle, see you later. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think so. That's where I think you got to figure out: do you want to hit the home run, or do you want to continue to hit line drives?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got what you're
Because
saying.
I know that we've had this conversation multiple times, and I think both of us, man, throughout our just doing what we do, the music, we've had bad games and we've had good games.
Right.
But I think we've always hit line drives. I think we've always put balls in play. You know what I'm saying? To give ourselves a chance. And sometimes you might score a run in the inning. Football, sometimes you might score a touchdown. Like they say in basketball, it's a make or miss league. But you got to shoot the shots.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. There you go. That's the
so
risk.
sometimes
you shoot the shot.
Sometimes you miss them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And sometimes you make them. You know, you got 3-point shooters who'll go a game, they'll go 0 for 13. The next game they're going 15 for 18.
Right.
Yeah. But they got to keep shooting them. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on how you want to go about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's all like again. The thing for me is just the mental challenge of getting over my, and that's different for everybody, obviously, right? You have just that mental block sometimes of, yeah, I'm good, you know, and don't want to
sure.
move forward, or it's not about not wanting to move forward, but it's like, man, I'm okay right here.
For sure.
I could sit in this spot, and it's like
easy work.
I just can't sit here much more. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I don't mean here, but you know, just in personal things. You
Yeah,
know?
man.
So
I agree.
I just got to keep moving. I gotta get off this hill and go through this valley and get up that mountain. You know.
That's it.
So, but yeah, I just want to bring that to you, man. You know.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's what I got.
Nice. Hey, man.
By the way, shout out to my sister, Save Our Stages. She donates, so
Nice.
she got this shirt through donations of saving stages, concert venues, keeping music alive. You know, while we go through what we're going through, which I think is super important, just as a music person. So, anyways, shout out to Amber. Thank you so much for getting me this, man. I really do appreciate that. Freaking awesome. I also want to shout out my friend Tino from work, man. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, dude.
Shout out to Tino.
You are the man. I love chopping it up with you at work and stuff, man.
Shout out to Tino, bro.
Yeah, dude. So I just wanted to give him
for sure, man. Shout out to homie Tino.
Tino, man. So, but yeah, man. You know,
that's all I got.
That's all I got too, man.
Well,
you guys stay safe. You guys stay positive.
And as always, this right here is the gray space.